Okay, today I'm going to talk about a couple things I did to mitigate some of the gas blowback when shooting suppressed with a shorter barreled AR. So I have the Daniel Defense Mark 18, and I'm not going to break down the entire build in this video, but here's a link if you want to check out the build of this rifle before these accessories I just got. A few weeks ago, I just got my suppressor in here. This is a YHM Turbo T2. It's my first suppressor with this rifle, and I went to the range. It was great. I mean, immediately shooting this gun with a suppressor is a lot more fun than shooting it without. But I did notice by the time I finished the mag, at some point, I either had to hold my breath or had to kind of turn my head to the side, or I was getting some burning in my nose or a little bit of burning in the eyes, within a mag. Was it tolerable? Yeah, it was tolerable. Was it completely comfortable? Not really. And it was in an indoor range, you know how they are. It's kind of like a small cubicle you're shooting in, so I think it was a good test. So I went online and I started researching different methods, different accessories that you can do to your, shorter barreled AR to mitigate some of that blowback with a can. There was a variety of different things you can do. The most simple and probably affordable thing you could do is to change the charging handle. And so I went and I bought a Radian Raptor SD charging handle, and you can see that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's 6 ports on either side that are supposed to help vent the gases, sort of away from the shooter's face. The findings that I saw is that they can help, but it's not night and day. You're still going to get some gas, but it will help with the redirection of that. This I think I got for about $90. The other things you can do is you can get an adjustable gas block, which is an adjustable piece that you put on the front of your rifle here, and you can fine-tune the gas with a tool. It's a little bit more involved, and it can be kind of cumbersome to get to depending on what you have mounted up here. And it's something that's effective, but it's maybe not the best option if you want something that's quick to kind of mitigate some of the gas. The other option was an adjustable bolt carrier group. There are a few different models out there, but the one that I got was the Bootleg Inc. 4-position bolt carrier group here. Essentially what you can do with this is you can change the dial on here. There's 4 settings. There's a setting for suppressed when you're shooting it with a can on. There's a setting for it unsuppressed when you're shooting it without a can. And then there's 2 in between switches you can put it on to try and really fine tune the gas. I found this to be very helpful. I put this and the Radian in, and I took out the stock Daniel Defense bolt and the Daniel Defense grip and rip charging handle, and I did notice a difference pretty significantly. What I did with this is I kept this on the suppressed mode because I predominantly shoot this weapon suppressed now. And I did notice that a lot of the gas was getting diverted out the side rather than coming back here and sort of coming into my face. Okay, here I have the standard stock bolt carrier group and charging handle. And you can see the gas blowing back, and here you can see it kind of blows back and up. It makes kind of a cloud, and that I was having issues with that getting in my face. And you can see I kind of blow out some of the gas there. This is with the new charging handle, the Radian Raptor, and the Bootleg bolt carrier group. So you can kind of tell, it's harder to see from this video, but you can see that the gas is sort of diverted and coming out the side of the bolt carrier. It's kind of more localized and coming out the side rather than coming to the back and up. And you can really feel the difference. Just to give you a closer view of the bolt in the rifle and the switch that you adjust. Not sure if you can see, but right in there, this switch right there, you just need a small tool, Phillips head screwdriver, or something that'll fit in there nice, and you just turn it. So facing forward is fully suppressed and facing the back is unsuppressed. I've only shot it in those 2 modes, in the suppressed mode and the unsuppressed mode, and it's been great. Absolutely perfect. I still do need to do more testing and test out those other 2 modes, position 2 and 3, in between suppressed and unsuppressed, see if that helps at all. I don't really have a need for those because the suppressed and unsuppressed modes for me just work fine, but I would like to test them out and just see if I get a different ejection pattern or anything like that. But this is sort of a close-up of that dial. So that's that dial there. You do see, I think there's 3, maybe 4 larger ports there where gas can be diverted. This is a close-up of the Radian Raptor SD. I do really like this. I feel that it does make a slight difference. I like how it looks, and I like how big these grips are. Really easy to actuate. I think the combination of this Raptor Radian SD and the bootleg bolt carrier group is a great option if you're going to be shooting suppressed on a smaller barreled system. And I definitely notice a difference. So is this worth it? Is it worth $300 to update your short barreled AR? I think that depends on your situation. Are you going to be somebody that's shooting predominantly with a suppressor on a shorter barreled system, indoors and outdoors? I would recommend it. It's just a little bit more comfortable. It makes it a little bit more enjoyable. If you're shooting kind of a mix between suppressor and unsuppressed and mostly outdoors and the gas blowback doesn't affect you too much, then don't, save your $300. You don't need it. It's totally a personal preference. I'm happy I did do it. It does make it a little bit more enjoyable. And yeah,